Welcome to the Bogart Effect, a wealthy wisdom podcast. Please see important disclosure information at the end of the presentation.
What I like to emphasize with this conversation is RMD planning really is a family conversation. It's not just the owner of the IRA account, because if you're in the very beautiful and fortunate position that you're going to leave legacy to your children, clearly, this is something that's going to also have an impact on them as well. And in most instances, your children, when they inherit these things, are going to be adults. They're going to be, again, probably working, and they're probably going to be in the higher earning years of their careers when they inherit these things. So the probability of the distributions that are coming out based on your IRA accounts is pretty high, that it's going to be relatively expensive. And that's one thing that I just want to be very cognizant of. We talk about planning and having a plan, but if there's a legacy component, which a lot of households have, we need to be interfacing the conversation around how are we transferring wealth to the next generation. And I'll admit, we have clients that say, I don't care, right? They're getting money, they pay a tax bill, right? But we also have a large segment of our client base that is very cognizant of, I want as much as possible to go to my next generation and heirs. And this is something where we need to be interfacing on the implications of required minimum distributions and what that does. So that leads to the probably epicenter of what can you be doing to manage and mitigate RMDs. Well, that's where we talk about Roth conversions. And this is where the interface of tax planning with financial planning is so important. Now, we have entire podcasts on Roth conversion, so I'm not going to dedicate this one to that. But what a Roth conversion is where we make a decision to take an amount from an IRA and we usually...
The previous presentation by Bogart Wealth was intended for general information purposes only. No portion of the presentation serves as the receipt of or as a substitute for personalized investment advice from Bogart Wealth or any other investment professional of your choosing. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that future performance of any specific investment or investment strategy or any other non-investment related or planning services, discussion, or content will be profitable, be suitable for your portfolio or individual situation, or prove successful. Neither Bogart Wealth's investment advisor registration status nor any amount of prior experience or success should be construed that a certain level of results or satisfaction will be achieved if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Bogart Wealth is neither a law firm nor accounting firm, and no portion of its services shall be construed as legal or accounting advice. No portion of the podcast content should be construed by a client or prospective client as a guarantee that he or she will experience a certain level of results if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Copies of Bogart Wealth's current written disclosure brochure and Form CRS discussing our advisory services and fees are available upon request or at www.bogartwealth.com.